Hello, welcome to my hardcore series. In the first video, I made 5 automatic farms. They were the villager breeder, I'm counting that, the carrot farm, iron farm, raid farm, and wither skeleton farm. In this video, I'm going to be making so many more. Just to name a few: Shulker Farm, Gold Farm, Guardian Farm, Obsidian Farm, Tree Farm, Bee Farm, and Slime Farm. The first farm I'm going to be making is a slime farm. Here are some of the materials, or actually all of them. As you may have seen, it needed a lot of mushrooms, and this is how I got them. It really is just satisfying to mine this stuff, so I'm going to keep some of this footage in. You're welcome. The next notable item was the 25 buckets of snow. There are 2 ways to get this item, and I actually tried both. The first method I tried was going to a snowy place, placing down a bunch of cauldrons and waiting for them to fill up. And then after they fill up, you can just use a bucket and pull it out. This looked promising until I started being attacked by basically every hostile mob. Phantoms, spiders, skeletons, and yeah, also the snow just stopped, so time to try method number 2, flying around and hoping to find snowy peaks. On my journeys, I found a woodland mansion. I'll come back to that in a later episode, maybe next one. Also found this mushroom island. I grabbed some pods, so got out of there, kept looking, because what I was really looking for was the snowy peaks. So I grabbed my buckets, filled 25 of them up, and got out of there. And by out of there, I mean 6,000 blocks away. I think this is the way I need to go. No, it is not. On my way back, of course, I got distracted and wanted to mess with the frogs. Never really seen these guys before, so... Okay, so you need a water bucket, and then I might... Oh, what are you doing? You are stupid! Okay, I really need to get back on track. So what was I doing? Slime farm, right? Okay. I thought I'd include me getting all the resources for at least one of these farms. I'll try and cut out as much as possible for the rest of them, just kind of had to show it. This slime farm is designed by El Mango. It uses a bunch of mushrooms because mushrooms have a light source of 1, and that will stop all other mobs from spawning besides slimes, and it's perfect. After the slimes spawn, they will be attracted to the iron golem. Under the iron golem is a bunch of snow blocks, that's why I needed them. This will make them freeze until they're the little tiny ones, and then they'll be pushed into a campfire, which also kills them and is kind of a slab, so there's a hopper underneath and it'll just collect all the drops. The AFK platform is directly above the slime farm at the perfect range, so slimes are the only thing that can spawn, like in the box. Awesome. Alright. Man, already almost 3 minutes in, and only 1 farm? I really need to speed this up. Boom! Potato farm, just like the carrot farm. Yes, I made an egg farm, it'll be important later. Blaze farm as well. Another simple, satisfying, but important farm. Snow farm. Okay, this one, I'm gonna go a bit more in depth because it's an obsidian farm and man did it scare me. The reason why it's so scary is because it requires a wither to work, and working with a wither when you only have 1 life is not the best. I don't know. How's it work, you might ask? Well, you get a snow golem shooting at a zombie. Make a chunk loader with a nether portal and a marking cart going through it. This way they keep fighting even if you're not even there. The snowball that is shot is actually also going through the end gateway. This will do 2 things. It will 1, reload the platform, and 2, damage the wither, causing him to instantly break the platform. Then you get an iron golem with a bubble column, so that way the man will never break out. Spawn proof all the edges so the endermen don't distract him from the real bait, the iron golem. And boom, look at all this obsidian just flowing in like crazy. Should I be standing here? Probably not. Here's just one of the chests, there's 5 more just like it. And now I want to make a shulker farm because I am struggling with storage. But that requires 24 snow golems, so I'm gonna make a pumpkin farm first. I think this pace is a lot better. 6 farms, 1 minute, that's working.
Next up, we have a shulker farm.
I have quite an audience. One of those is a baby zombie with a shovel. I'm gonna look up how rare that is later, but I feel like it is quite rare.
This farm uses glass or any other solid block to duplicate the shulkers, and then as soon as they spawn, they go straight through the portals. And in case you didn't know, there's this semi-new mechanic where if a shulker gets hit by its own shulker shell or another shulker shell, it will duplicate. These snowmen are what will anger the shulkers, so that way they will shoot themselves in the end. Now I need to work on the nether side of things, but first I need some wither roses. I'm going to use my new snow golems and my chicken farm to make just a couple wither roses. Flawless execution, I might add. And now with these wither roses, that will be everything for the nether side. Now there's one more thing I'm missing, and it's kind of important. It's a shulker. So I made this track all the way from an end city to the end portal, which goes all the way to the spawn, which is where the farm is.
Oh yeah, fun fact. If you guys shoot the top of these with a bow, they pop off. I didn't include it in the last video, but I saw someone do it one time and yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit.
Anyways, what I really came here for was the shulkers, so let's get this. If you have never worked with these before, imagine a villager just like 5 times worse. I can't imagine doing this with a boat, so I used railways and it worked out pretty well actually. You're supposed to flick this lever after you're lighting all the portals, but I did it the other way. That doesn't matter, I'm sure. After a little bit of cleanup, getting rid of like the tracks and stuff, the farm's fully functional and it works like a charm. Next up is a gold farm. This takes a lot of magma blocks, and my first thought was like, oh, I made a slime farm, I made a blaze farm, that should be enough, right? Nope, I still had to go out and gather like 3 shulker boxes. I hope you can start to understand how much of a grind this video was. Like I put so many hours into just gathering materials and then even more into editing. This is the rest of the materials. Now let's get working. Here's a quick little thing of just hours of work condensed down into just a couple seconds. You know, that's just YouTube things. And it works like a charm. Of course it does. It uses minecarts to kill them. I think you guys know that by now, but yeah. This next one is kind of cheating, but I don't care. I went out to get some watermelons so I can put them in with my pumpkin farm as well. I did the wither rose thing again, once again flawless. Definitely didn't just let a bunch of chickens out for free. And yeah. I didn't really need the roses yet, but maybe I will some other time, so yeah. Then I made a quick little bee farm in the nether so it will always work, like regardless day or night. I mean, just look how cute these things are. I don't know. I like bees. They're kind of cool. Then I got into a bit of a sticky situation, you know. Then I made my first tree farm. These are the materials. So I ended up using iron blocks. You can use any blocks. I just kind of a weird flex, I know. First, you have the collection system. This is where all the logs will go. Then you have the bone meal spot. This is where you'll just sit there and place plants while it gets bone mealed. Next up, we have the crushers. This is how you have infinite saplings just constantly being put back into your inventory, so you never have to like get new ones. The last thing you have is a TNT duper. This will just destroy the logs as they're being pushed out. And voila, infinite logs, because that's fun. I like it. I was having a wood problem, so this will be perfect. Bone meal goes in this chest. Then you get your favorite sapling, mine's spruce, and just sit here right-clicking. Well, I need to fix it. Ah, that's more like it. That definitely didn't take 30 minutes. This was like 9 stacks of bone meal, not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah, should be enough for a while.
I noticed that I didn't have a bamboo farm, so I made that real quick. Alright, do you guys remember this cave over here? If not, it was the first cave that I mined into, and it had an abandoned mine shaft, and it's also the same cave I got the cobweb from. Anyways, it has 3 spider spawners, so guess what I'm making next? Ooh, piece of candy.
Alright, so kind of cleaned it up a little bit. This is how the platform's going to be. These two kind of mix, but it's fine because I'm just going to have a 1 water source here. Right up here, and then they'll just push them away from each other. They'll only spawn like here anyways, like in this area, the 9x9 area. This is a 11x11 room, I think, so it doesn't matter. And this spot right here, these emeralds between the two, is the perfect spot. Go this way, that one's off, go this way, and that one's off, but right in the middle, perfect. So I'll just stand here, swing at these spiders. Yeah. Okay. Did a little bit more. Did some redstone above. So I flick this. They all turn on, and yeah. So this is it. I stand here, Get these guys. And there's a ton of string. Stringy spider eyes taken care of now. That's awesome. Alright, so I made this little room, kind of made it look nicer. Contained, you know. Bubble column here. I moved the beacon over here too. Changed it to resistance and regeneration. But yeah, everything's still the same. Turned off. Look at all that. Shouldn't need string anymore. Okay. Well, with the resistance and stuff, I'm hardly taking anything too. But I wanted to keep a beacon over here so I know where it is basically. Like, won't lose it. Like, I always come over here and like, oh, there it is. Just fall down here. Cool. Really happy with how it turned out.
Alright, after that I did some AFKing and got a bunch of stuff for bone meal stock for the tree farm, and then also some more skulls. It's just all around nice stuff to have in general. With that, I got more than enough wood for a good bit, so really happy now. Don't have to come here for a little bit. This is basically just a room. It spawns piglins for piglin bartering. Jeez, I cannot say that word. I'm not even gonna redo that. Anyways, look at all that bacon. These guys won't spawn because they have jack-o'-lanterns on their head. It's kind of a smart idea. Not made by me. Also linking everything in the description if you guys are interested in any of these farms. Now I just give them all this gold from my gold farm. Isn't that nice? And then as they spit stuff out, I just throw it in this shulker loader and it works as fast as I do. So that's a bartering farm done. Oh dude, I nailed it that time. Let's go. Okay, now it's time for the grand finale, and it's gonna take a lot of sand.
So I know this is spawn, so I'm gonna go a bit further, but I think I'm gonna fill up all these boxes with sand. I don't actually know how much sand is needed for the ocean monument, but this might be enough.
It was not enough. I'm just gonna say that now. I don't know why I got the sand first. I still have to kill the ocean guardians, so I'm gonna do that now. Armed with doors and a bucket of milk. Yeah, it was still a challenge. I don't like these things. They're just annoying. After those were all dead, I grabbed the sponges. And now I was finally ready to surround it in sand, fill it with sand, get rid of all the water, and then have this beautiful temple. This, of course, came with a lot of satisfying drying of sponges, along with the gathering. If you ever have the urge to just conquer an ocean monument, just don't. Trust me. This project alone took more than all the other farms combined. Like, I'm not even joking when I say that. The gold farm, that was nothing compared to this. I was not prepared. How'd they even spawn? I'm not allowed to kill them either. Boat time. I don't know how I get so distracted with these guys, but it just happens every single time. He doesn't like me. This is probably the only time you'll ever see me without a totem in my hand. Anyways, this whole thing still has to go. So, bada boom bop. Boom. Wait, I don't know it. Never mind. Look at that though. It's all done. I can start building. Let's make a quick little time lapse, yeah? And that's a guardian farm done. Let's go. I'm gonna make a platform real quick. So this is the AFK platform. I'm gonna AFKing for a little bit. I'm gonna clean all this up after, but just want to check to see how good it is. Nice. Alright, so that's this video coming to an end. If you guys enjoyed it, like the video. If you like seeing my content, subscribe. It really helps out. Really does. I'm trying to grow. You guys really like these Minecraft videos, so I'll try and make them more, but like this video is just, it just took way too long, and I'm sorry about that. See ya.